welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, Game On, Part 21. Now, you can see from the date in the corner, it's almost a whole season has passed since the last update. And boy, we've got a lot of changes to go through over the last 12 months. Just to give you a bit of a recap then, Matt was pursuing another title with Dortmund and pursuing a Champions League assault with them. And for me, I was looking at the quad for Arsenal. Where do we start? So, the first game after that update was the League Cup final for Arsenal. We lost. So, the quad was out the fucking window. As Arsenal, we bowed out the Champions League at the quarter-finals. And we won the league. And to give you a little bit of a heads up here, we won the league. We were in the FA Cup final, but we weren't in charge for it. There you go. So we won the league, which is what we set out to do. And obviously, spoiler alert, we have left Arsenal. For Matt exited the Champions League at the quarter-finals as well, to his disgust. Claimed the league. And Matt, too, left Dortmund whilst in the German Cup final. So, a little bit bizarre, really. Where did Matt go? Where did I go? Who left first? You're all wondering who went first. Well, let's start with Matt. Matt went to... Are you ready? Matt went to Paris Saint-Germain. Matt returned to Paris Saint-Germain. He had just clinched the title with a few games to spare in Germany. I think it was about 3 games and a cup final. So he surrendered his cup final, as I did in the FA Cup. And obviously, this is unfinished business for Matt. We've said it before. He said it before. And as you can see right there, back in 04, 05, he was dismissed. He was sacked. Before leaving Paris Saint-Germain for Dortmund. And as you can see, he's had success around Europe in the meantime. So, Matt, we'll come to where we're at this season in a moment. But basically, England, Germany, Holland, Italy, Spain, England, Germany. So, this is eighth time around the block now, but he's really got to do France. He's never going to get over the sacking, and no spoilers alert, but as you can see, we're coming towards the end of the season and he's looking good. He's looking very, very good. On to me. So I think you can probably work it out where I've gone to, can't you? We're talking about unfinished business here. Unfinished business, of course. I went to Dortmund, okay? Matt left first. As you can see, Matt left on the 23rd of the 4th, 20. And as you can see, I went to Dortmund. Let's have a look. So I went to Dortmund on the 2nd of May. Obviously, I had to get the job at the right time. So again, like Matt, unfinished business. I surrendered the cup final, but I was in the German cup final, which we won. Okay, so we won the German cup final. Now, ordinarily, it might not feel like a cup victory, but I was in the final of the FA Cup with Arsenal, who did, of course, go on to win the FA Cup. So just to recap myself there. Liverpool, PSG, Valencia, Lazio, PSV, Leeds, Porto, PSV, Dortmund, Liverpool, Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich, Arsenal. 13 times we've won the title at different clubs. Admittedly, Liverpool, PSV... Sorry, 12 times, sorry. Liverpool, PSV, we've returned and won a title. Absolutely amazing. Now, let me remind you, Matt had actually, between Matt initially, then me, then Matt, Dortmund look really, really strong. So we'll start with Dortmund first then. And that is our setup. We have agreed we're not going to do the renaming for the second set of regens when they start coming through. So my 7 signings, this was important because obviously taking over in May, I could only have 7 signings when the window opened. They're the 7 signings right there. This fucking, who I believe is Emerson Regen, Located on a Brazilian scout search, had a £3 million release clause, wasn't interested in me, and then eventually I got a little bit of a hard-on when he did become interested in me, because he was only 17. Absolutely brilliant. Don't know who the fuck Neil Marsh is, but looking good. Brought in the Agahoa just to fill up the squad depth, really. And Requelp arrived as well. They're my 7, but just to go through my team, there you go. What a fucking team it is. Barthez, Khan in goal. In defence, we've got Zori, Carlos. Carlos signed a new contract, which was really important because Matt leaving, everyone was unhappy for one reason or another. They didn't like him, and basically I ended up had to get rid of 2 players whilst I was at Dortmund. We'll come to them in a moment. Totti, Ronaldo, Boya, and I've just brought in... No, I haven't just brought in him at all. Scrap that. Del Piero's just signed a new contract. Mark Hughes regen looks insane. Looks really, really insane. But I do notice, I'm sure his tackling has gone down a little bit. I'm sure passing was 14 or dribbling. He had a couple of 14s around here somewhere. We have got... Now, we brought in Neil Marsh. As you can see, we brought him in on the 27th. We did have another player coming in, my 7th, but I decided to scrap it, get Neil Marsh, and then the guy that I scrapped is coming in on a Bosman, and that is Michael Owen. Michael Owen will be arriving. Players out then. So the players out, we had to get rid of Beckham. His contract was becoming unprotected, and I was going to lose him for probably about 7-8 million. So we ended up having to sell him, where we recouped in £17.5 million. Dos Rios. Now, Dos Rios, absolute monster of a player, but this is why everybody was unhappy. And I asked Matt, I went, Matt, when you were Dortmund, did Dos Rios cause a lot of problems? Bit of an Anelka, saying we need to invest in more players, didn't like being substituted. Had to get rid of him. For £49.5 million. Rio Ferdinand was already going, the regen, he was already leaving, as was Montero. Now, truth be told, we had an agreement on this, that Montero and Shearer, this is a little bit sneaky, Montero and Shearer were both going to be leaving Dortmund, and they were going to be joining Arsenal, you may recall. That was the plan. But we agreed that we would pull them deals, and when we took over our new clubs, we would make some fresh approaches. Now, Shearer signed a new contract for me. Fortunately, Montero wasn't playing ball, he wasn't having any of it. So Matt tried to get him, and he didn't even make the move to Matt. He opted to go to PSV. So far then, this season, we look good. 9 league games to go. We are on the brink for our unfinished business at Dortmund. Just to remind you, we took Dortmund and we left. We didn't get sacked. No, I didn't get sacked. No, somebody else got sacked. No, but we this is unfinished business. And we, in terms of the Champions League, we are in the quarter-finals, as you can see right there. We got knocked out of the cup, the German Cup, but we did win the German League Cup. As you can see, we beat 1860 Munich in the final. Now, let me show you something. Right, the German League Cup, ordinarily, 27th of July, concluded on the 4th of July. It was concluded on the 2nd of September. Talk about being delayed, and the reason why is because Freiburg, when we played on the 26th of August, Freiburg were involved in the Intertoto Cup. Not really sure why, but hey-ho, they were in the Intertoto, and that's what delayed everything. So, let's go to Matt. Matt then. He's smashing it. He's gonna smash it. 11 league games to go for Matt, and the unfinished business. Hopefully, touch wood, like myself in Germany, it'll be another tick on the box. Paris Saint-Germain. Let's have a look at Matt's 7 signings. Now, the important thing about Matt is he took over PSG, and he was able to make 7 signings when the window opened, which was before the update, which was massive. And he had 3 pre-arranged deals. So effectively, he was able to bring in 17 players. 7 for last season, towards the back end. 7 for this season. 3 pre-arranged. And this is what really appealed to him. Let's go to the 7 he picked up first. Cannavaro Regen, arrived from Bayern Munich. Piera, I don't know if he bought him before. I think he was pre-arranged. Pretty sure he was. Katara, he was pre-arranged. Otterson, great. I think he was. No, I think he did get him. Breivik, the Norwegian right back. What a fucking right back he is. Mendieta, great player. Valencia, he was pre-arranged. The Ecuadorian. Okaronko Regen, bit surprised at that one, to be honest with you. He's just not doing it, is he? Matos, superb. And Steven Gerrard. So they were his... So yeah, 10 players, 7 he made, 3 pre-arranged. And then this season, another 7... okay, I've not renamed that guy. Oh, it's not. We're on Matt, aren't we? We're on Matt. I've renamed this guy. That is Ashley Cole. Matt did say he wasn't really. That's Ashley Cole. That is. Veron. Paul Blake. He beat me to Paul Blake. Verdi. Don't know who he is. I don't know who the Italian goalkeeper is. In fact, let me go on me. Actually, let me go on me because I'm still renaming it. Just I don't know. I don't normally go the renaming side of things. Yeah, there you go. Boomer. Boomer Regen. Not 100% it's Boomer, but pretty confident with that position. Ashley Cole Veron. Yeah. So there is 7s. Now, you may recall, right, when Matt was manager of Dortmund... Sorry, when Matt was Dortmund and I was PSG, which weren't too long ago, this time of year, Matt had a massive advantage, and that was he could bid for a player, any player, whether it be on a Bosman, whether his contract was ending in June, or whether he was just outright bidding, and he would not get him until July when the window opens. Now, as Paris, I couldn't do that because their window opens in June 13th, 14th, something like that. And now the shoe's on the other foot, I've got the advantage. And with that in mind, as I said, I've got Owen coming, and I could bid for a player. Now, we are both chasing a certain player. Matt can't go for him now because of that very thing that I've just said. But Patrick Vieira now, we're just not having deals done. I mean, the board kept blocking it, so we gave up. Let's have a look at where Matt is going then. So, like I say, Matt, 8 points clear, looking good. Let's have a look now then. Matt is out of the German Cup. Forget who knocked him out. Yeah, he got knocked out in the quarterfinals. I've got a bit confused actually. Fucking twat. German Cup. What am I fucking waffling on about? The French Cup. Matt is out of the French Cup. 10th round. He got knocked out 1-0 and he's still in the League Cup semi-finals. Matt is in the Champions League quarter-finals along with me. There you see, we are taking on the England Giants. Matt taking on Arsenal. Me going to Man United. We've got Feyenoord, Barcelona, Udinese, Roma. Now, Udinese look absolutely fucking ridiculously insane. We said about Udinese before. Look at them. They won back-to-back titles, surrendered it to Roma last season. They look really, really good. And they did sell the Candela regen to Barcelona for £30-odd million. They really do look absolutely insanely strong. Really do. So that is where we're at then. We're 17th of March. It's a business end of the season. It is crazy. It is crazy. I have recently. So I've looked at my last few games. I've won them. I drew with Barcelona. But I have recently altered the formation a little bit. And that's it. Don't really like it. But to be honest with you, I seem just... Whether it's just me. It must be just fucking me in Germany. But I seem to really struggle. So... What's going to happen at the end of the season? This is going to be the end of season 20 when we've done this. Now, it's 20 seasons on the ODB. It's quite fucking something. I've only been playing the map for a few months. This is absolutely ridiculously insane. What's going to be the plan? I think deep down, Matt wants to go to Milan. As you can see, Milan and Real Madrid both very insecure. Milan, of course, sporting a lot of money. This is what I think might happen. I think Matt could sew up the title and leave for Milan if that pops up in that sort of order. Real Madrid, I don't think any of us are interested in Real Madrid. I mean, I might consider Real Madrid, I don't know. Honestly, don't know. They've not really got a squad, to be honest with you. They've got a couple of good players. Spain, I don't know. Real Madrid could be a good... I don't think Matt will want to go to Real Madrid. I would happily take Real Madrid. But Real Madrid, the window opens before the update. So there could be an additional 7 players there if any of us go there. So who knows. Notable teams that might come available. Marseille, Leverkusen, Juventus. Juventus, I didn't actually see them. Look like they're going to get relegated. And they're rich. I don't think they're not going to have anybody of interest, are they? I don't even think they're going to have a great squad. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Hang on, who's that? Oh, who's that? Fuck, what's his name? The Fulham player. Shit, oh God, what's his name? The Fulham. Starts at Fulham. I've had a complete fucking mind blank. Injury prone, starts at Fulham. You know who I mean, don't you? You fucking know who I mean. Anybody else of interest? Let's see if there's anybody else insecure. Slightly. Yeah, that's that. So, that is where we're at, guys, with this ridiculous game. As I said, we're coming to the business end of Season 20. You would certainly hope and fancy us both to win our titles. Matt to win the League Cup. Of course, me win the League Cup. We're going to end up with very balanced seasons. But the Champions League is the big one. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? It's going to be a war. Till next time from me, guys, and Championship Manager, take it easy.